So recently when I gave my Pearson exam, I came to know that retail lecture is also very important and it contributes a lot of marks for your listening module. Just for the listening module, I have got this much marks and I have not performed listening module. I only perform speaking module. So you can understand the amount of weightage coming from speaking module alone towards your listening module. In this video, I'm going to talk about the extended speaking for your retail component. Retail lecture is very important for your listening, but it's also very important for your speaking module. And there are a lot of students out there who are struggling to get their scores in the extended speaking bar due to retail lecture. Recently, I have explained you how you can overcome this issue for the Describe image. So if you have not watched that video, go and watch that video, and it is going to help you to overcome a Describe image question very well and will help you to get full marks in that task. But today, let's talk about retail lecture. Now, retail lecture is important for listening. It gives you 5 marks straight away from one task. So I'm going to give you the easiest template, which is going to help you to get your perfect scores for listening module and for your speaking module. That means at the end of this video, you are going to get full marks for the extended speaking bar. But before that, if you're new to our channel, make sure that you have subscribed and give a thumbs up. And we are also going to upload more videos like on the updated writing template, which is going to help you to get full marks in the extended writing. So make sure that if you're new to our channel, do subscribe now and give a thumbs up. Hello everyone, this is Vishal from Visual Language Experts. Let's talk about retail lecture. Firstly, I'm going to explain you about the marking criteria. Then I'm going to explain you how to implement the new template and what are the new changes and how to actually perform it in the exam. And I'm going to show you a portal where you can practice for free and get the scoring as well. All the students who are interested in PT Core, new questions are already there in a portal. Make sure that you go and sign up over there and practice there. So retail lecture is the next task when it comes to the speaking module. It comes right after the Describe image. So retail lecture in the exam, you will get 1 to 2. Recently, when I gave the exam, I only got 1. And a lot of students are only getting 1. Okay. So in this particular task, you need to make sure that you perform perfectly fine because it is impacting your listening scores heavily. Okay. So you need to make sure that you are not missing out the content. You're not speaking in your mouth. Okay. Clarity is there and choice of keywords is very important. Okay. There are a lot of students out there who ignore this factor and therefore they are losing their marks in the listening module. Okay, very important that we pick up the keywords which are mostly nouns. 1-2 keywords we can pick adverbs, adjectives also, right? But mostly you should have nouns. Now how the template goes, again keyword and keyword or the phrase was the main topic of the lecture. Okay, if you have gone through the Describe image template, it's a similar kind of template so that you guys don't have to learn different types of templates. Okay, so again, when I went to give the exam recently, I used this template and got perfect score for the listening also, perfect score for the speaking also. So it's very important that we use this exactly as it is. Now in the very first sentence, we can either use a phrase. If you guys get a phrase, you guys can use a phrase here. Otherwise, if you do not get a phrase, just use 2 keywords and mention them over here. Okay. Now keyword and keyword was the main topic of the lecture. Then keyword and keyword was told. Keyword and keyword was discussed. Keyword and keyword was also mentioned. Keyword and keyword was also highlighted. Keyword and keyword was also given. To conclude, lecture was very informative. Where do the students get confused? Okay, they get confused normally with what are we going to speak next, whether it is told, whether it is discussed, whether it is mentioned, whether it is given. Okay, so just remember the first letter of all the words, T, D, M, H, G. If you are speaking highlighted first, mentioned later on, that's fine. Okay. But we need to make sure that we speak all these words, okay, properly. Now, if you remember these first letters, your template is automatically learned. You don't need to worry about anything. Okay. So keyword and keyword was the main topic of the lecture. Keyword and keyword was told. Keyword and keyword was discussed. Keyword and keyword was mentioned. Keyword and keyword was highlighted. Keyword and keyword was given. Along with that, what other thing I would advise you guys to do is when the lecture is very lengthy, add 1 more sentence. Keyword and keyword was also elaborated. Okay. Only when we need it. Okay. Otherwise, stick to these sentences which are mentioned in the template. Okay. The speaking tone should not be very fast. It should not be too loud. It should not be too slow. You need to speak the keywords properly. Don't speak in your mouth. Don't struggle while looking at your notes. sometimes what happens is when you're writing the notes, we write untidily. Okay, we are not writing it neatly, or we are not able to write it neatly because we're writing it fast. My advice to you would be, when you're taking notes, write in big letters so that it is easily visible to you and you guys don't face difficulty while looking at it and while speaking. Okay, that is the first thing which I want you guys to keep in mind. Second thing I want you guys to keep in mind is that whenever you come across read a lecture, try to focus more on nouns. Okay, what are nouns? Things, objects, places, concepts, and so on. Okay, so focus more on nouns because that's going to give you marks for the content portion and then automatically for the listening portion. Okay, as we know, you will have 10 seconds before you start speaking. In 10 seconds, I would advise you guys to go thoroughly right with your notes and go through with them properly so that nothing is missed out and you're well prepared right before speaking. Now, these are the sentences you need to speak, nothing more, nothing less. Okay, any confusion in the template? Any doubt? Okay, let's use then read a lecture 1.
Excuse me, एक मिनट सर.
Today, I'm excited.
Yes.
सर जब वो लेक्चर बोलते हैं ना, तो there are a lot of words they speak and we have just 8 seconds, and then how can we capture that? How can we choose that these are the words I have to speak fluently?
जब आप लिखोगे ना वर्ड्स, आप तब चॉइस करो कि ये वाले वर्ड्स मैंने बोलने हैं. ठीक है?
Okay.
तो when you're writing the notes, then you have to make a choice कि which ones are more better for you. That means which ones are nouns. Okay, so we will go for those words. Now let me do one for you guys so you understand that which words I am picking, so that you guys can also follow the same strategy while picking it up, and you guys can use the template, right? And you can easily get the full marks for your reader lecture. So let's do this one.
The Skoog is a new university accessible musical instrument. It is designed to use by children or adults with special needs, or in fact be used by anyone. It's soft, it's easy to play, it's robust, and it can be customized to suit anyone's abilities. The Skoog helps students with special needs by allowing them to get involved in making music for themselves. It's an instrument that they can play it and they can take ownership of and start creating their own sounds and music. Traditional instruments are the shape and size and made of the materials they are because of the sound that they need to make. If you want to make a sound like a plucked string, you need a string and it needs to be under tension, whereas with a Skoog, because it's a mixture of software and a sensor, then thus the computer can handle making the sound. And so we can design an object that's designed to be touched and designed to be played with. In developing the screen and working with kids in the schools and in the classrooms, it's really helped us make the Skoog something that's usable by the children themselves. They've informed us massively on how it needs to work, and they've given their opinions on colors and designs. And just the feedback they've given to us has been just marvelous. It's just so enriching, and it's really inspiring to actually work with these kids, particularly when you can provide them with an ability to start to play their own music as opposed to just taking part through listening and listening to other musicians and really learning from.
All right, these are the keywords. Okay, and this is a template which I will be using. Okay, university and musical was the main topic of the lecture. Instruments and adults was also told. Abilities and needs was also discussed. Plug stream and skew was also mentioned. Software and computer was also highlighted. Screen and classroom was also given. Children and designs were also elaborated to conclude topic. That's it, guys. Okay, so what I have done is, when I'm taking the notes, I am taking notes for mostly nouns. Okay, as you guys would have seen, some words I would have also used adjectives as well, but mostly nouns. Then I followed the template, right, which is told, discussed, mentioned, highlighted, given. Now, as I had a lot of keywords, then I also used one more sentence, elaborated. One important thing again over here, guys, you have to keep in mind is, when you're speaking the keywords, don't just speak the keywords from the first half of the lecture only. That means you need to pick up the keywords from the top also, as I have done. You also need to pick up the keywords from the middle also, as I have done over here, and then you need to pick up from the bottom as well. Okay, that will allow you to get more marks for the content because you're using, right, or you're picking the keywords from the entire lecture. Okay, so it's very important that you make sure that you follow this strategy for note taking. Automatically, you guys will get better marks for the content. You guys will not face any difficulties. As long as you are picking up the nouns, you will not face any difficulty. Now in the retail lecture, even if you're getting 14 also without microphone, you are good to go. So make sure that you're getting close to that. With microphone, you can easily get 15. Yeah, so we got 14 here, right? This is what I need you guys to do in your exam as well. Okay, make sure that you follow this pattern, and I want you guys to listen to the recording once again. So guys, you are very thorough with it. Okay, that we are speaking in a very soft manner. We are not speaking too loud. We are not speaking too slow. We are speaking in a consistent pace. Okay, I'm not taking longer pauses. My fluency is intact. My clarity is intact. Okay, so pay attention to that again. University and musical was the main topic of the lecture. Instruments and adults was also told. Abilities and needs was also discussed. Plug stream and skew was also mentioned. Software and computer was also highlighted. Screen and classroom was also given. Children and designs were also elaborated to conclude topic. Whenever you need to practice, go to this tab over here, and over here you will find monthly predictions. And over here, if I click on the number of questions, it's 97. So finish all these questions or as many as you can from this particular place only, because these are the questions which are highly tend to come in your exam as well. So it's very important that when you practice always from monthly prediction here, and when you need to practice the non-attempted one, you can just go to the not attempted ones and easily you can find the questions from here. Okay. Now, I really hope this video was helpful to you, and make sure that you practice on a daily basis to get hang of this. This is going to be really a game-changing video for all the students struggling in retail lecture. Now guys, I'm going to explain you that in the retail lecture, make sure that you are focusing on the keywords, right? And your job will be done. If you like this video, make sure that you do subscribe and give a thumbs up. We are going to bring more instructional and valuable videos like this one. And very shortly, we're going to upload a video on writing updated template, which is going to help you to get full marks in the exam. So make sure if you have not subscribed, do subscribe now. Thank you guys. That's it for today. Vishal is signing off from Visual Language Experts. I'll see you in our next video.